What's up, everyone? How is everybody doing? Happy Thursday. It is Dr. Tamika here, and it is 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. I hope you are doing well. I hope that your week has been great, and I hope you're enjoying in Southern California the change of weather. We've had some rain, we had a little gloominess, we had some sunshine. And that brings up the topic of today is, are your allergies in full swing? I have to tell you, if you can recall about a year ago or a year and a half or even 2 years ago, if you sneezed or coughed or cleared your throat, everybody turned around and looked at you like something was wrong. That COVID had everybody darn near crazy about sneezing, and sneezing is a natural body function. And when we think about this, there are many people who have allergies, and some of them are throughout the year, some of them are seasonal, but nevertheless, they are real. I have to tell you this, that when we think about allergies, they come and they can wreak havoc. You may be someone who's sneezing a lot. You may be someone who's rubbing your nose or your eyes, and it's real. And when we think about this, even at the best of times, seasonal allergy symptoms are inconvenient and they're annoying. And it's very understandable that how before it caused the fear of COVID-19. But let's be honest with one another. Allergy sufferers experience extreme stress, which is never the good thing, because when you're like dealing with these allergies and you're wondering, is it a cold? At one point, we're wondering, is it COVID? But I have to tell you, allergies are a part of many people's lives, and some of them are under control and some of them are not. So let's talk about the sneakiness of seasonal allergies. When we think about it, seasonal allergies can cause a runny nose, watery eyes, coughing, wheezing, headaches, postnasal drip. Postnasal drip too can manifest itself as like you're constantly clearing your throat or coughing. They can cause shortness of breath, and they can even cause a reduced sense of taste or smell. And these symptoms often appear around the springtime when the trees begin pollinating. Pollen in the air can cause a trigger, and our bodies release these powerful chemicals called histamine, which leads to allergy symptoms. Now, when we think about pollen, sometimes I like to refer to it as the invisible spring pollen, where you really can't see it. You know, allergy triggers at the time of year are usually due to tree pollen, not pollen from flowers, and they're often not visible. We can't even see them with our naked eye. So those of you who are joining me here on Instagram and those of you joining me here on Facebook, I need you to understand that it's complicated in the sense that at the start of spring, our spring allergy can vary by year to year. So people who suffer from allergies don't really understand or may not even realize, oh my goodness, until their symptoms will start to appear, right? It's also important to say this, that allergies can develop later in life. So if you've sailed through and you currently like, I don't deal with allergies, I don't have the problem, I don't understand what people are talking about, I don't have allergies, this is not even a point for me. I need you to understand that it can come, it's never too late, right? That's what they say, it's never too late. So if you're developing them later in life, you haven't sailed through, right? So if you're noticed recently, you're sniffing, rubbing your nose, seasonal allergies can be the cause. Now, I have to tell you this, based on where you live, there's something called regional variations. This is based on the type of pollen that varies from region to region and the different trees contributing to the pollen. Birch, oak, ragweed are common culprits as it relates to producing their own distinct type of pollen. As a result, there's no single catch-all solution, or there's not even one simple diagnostic procedure for pollen allergies. Now, with the times changing, seasonal allergies are on the rise. The climate can be changing. We blame the climate. High temperatures can increase pollen. And there was even a study in 2019 in the journal of Lancet that showed significant increase in the pollen count and a longer pollen season across the Northern Hemisphere. And although the average North American hovers between 10 to 25% of the population, pollen seasons vary between locations and vary from year to year. And there was even a study in Canada in 2017, the Statistics of Canada study found that 40% of Canadians reported pollen or grass allergies. That's a lot of congested people, right? 40%, a lot of people blowing their nose, rubbing. I mean, we used to rub our nose like this. My sister, oh, shout out to my sister, Shauna, who I love, she would rub her nose and then clear her throat, and me as well, and my mom. But allergies are on the rise. And so I want you to be aware of what you can do. So there's some steps to reduce seasonal allergy symptoms. Science is providing more and more information about preventing and reducing seasonal allergies, but check out some of these things you can do with your lifestyle, some things you can adapt right now. So believe it or not, decreasing stress. Life is stressful. I mean, we went from COVID and now we're dealing with, unfortunately, we have the war between Ukraine and Russia and how it's impacting all of us. But that stress, however ironic it may seem, can exacerbate our allergy symptoms, which can cause into more stress. And then there's no end to this cycle, right? So we have to be proactive and do things to help bring down our stress level. And studies have found that even meditation and yoga can have a positive impact on allergy symptoms. Getting enough sleep is also important. We've talked about how sleep is important to repair and restore. And we have to be true, right? When you're dealing with allergies, they can also interrupt your sleep. So it's hard to fall asleep with a congested nose. You wake up and your mouth is all dry and it just feels awful. So getting enough sleep and trying to make sure we get those symptoms under control so that we can sleep better. Sleeping with the windows closed can also help reduce the pollen from the outside from coming indoors. And so we want to preserve our indoor air quality. Number 2, we want to keep the indoor pollen under control. So what do I mean by that? In addition to keeping those windows closed, small changes in your daily routine can help reduce the amount of pollen in your home. Consider this. When you're outside, you're surrounded by tree pollen, which can rest on your clothes and your hair and your skin. So you need to take special measures to get rid of it. What am I saying? When you come inside, consider taking a quick shower when you come inside at the end of the day, and launder your clothes frequently after spending time outside. You may even want to consider investing in a HEPA filter, a HEPA air filter, which is a high efficiency particulate air filter. And that's basically, it's vacuuming with the HEPA filter will also help you keep the air cleaner. So getting a HEPA filter that helps you with vacuuming the house. True, we want to avoid pollen. True, I get it, but it's everywhere. And I don't want to stop you from going outside, because going outside can be good for your mental health. That could be, it is good for your mental health. It's good for getting some vitamin D. It's good for your soul. It's good for regrouping. At the same time, it's good for your mental well-being. I don't want you to keep staying inside because you're trying to avoid the pollen. Try to get exposure, get outside, but at the same time, when you come inside, do the things you can do to reduce the pollen on your clothes, the pollen on your skin, because that can be an irritant, flaring up your allergies. Other things, reduce airborne irritants, perfumes, air fresheners, scented candles, aerosol sprays, conventional cleaning products, dust and cigarette smokes. All of these are irritants commonly found in people's homes that can make your nasal passages and your eyes more vulnerable to reactions to pollen. So certain things that could be flaring up your allergies could be in your home. So let's be mindful of what's there. The other thing is, as we think about this, we want to consider reducing the overall load on your mucous membranes, which is inside your nose. You get mucous membranes in your eyes, mucous membranes in your mouth, but all these things we want to decrease. So you're thinking about, oh, I love the way my house smells and I love the way this air freshener is. Maybe it's a trigger. I know for me, when I had my cleaning lady here and she was using Fabulosa, I was like, oh my gosh, I used to think, oh, my house smells so clean, but then I would get a headache, my throat would get itchy, and I was like, we have to stop Fabulosa. So that has to come out of the house, right? Also consider eating foods with antihistamines, right? Eat antihistamine superfoods. Certain foods can help bring down the systemic inflammation response and slow the production of histamine. Eating a well-balanced meal, whole food diet with plenty of vegetables, healthy fats, low in sugar is a great starting point. And including in this some antihistamine superfoods. And now I know you're wondering, okay, what am I talking about? So let's talk about some of these. Omega-3 essential fatty acids. Foods high in omega-3 such as salmon, chia seeds, flax seeds are great. Pineapple and papaya. Vitamin C found in many fruits can inhibit histamine and support the immune system. But some fruits contain enzymes that actively reduce antihistamines in the bloodstream. Pineapple contains an enzyme bromelain, and papaya contains papain, P-A-P-A-I-N. All right, so there's some things there, papaya and pineapple. Spices is another one. Certain spices can act as decongestants. Ginger in particular. Ginger, I love ginger. How many of you out there love ginger? Ginger is awesome. If you're joining me right now, you're joining me and we're talking about, are your allergies in full swing? We've talked about the sneakiness of seasonal allergies, how they present with the various symptoms. And right now we're going through steps to reduce seasonal allergies. So reducing stress, keeping the indoor pollen under control, reducing other airborne irritants, eating antihistamine superfoods. So we've talked about omegas, we talked about pineapple and papaya, spices, ginger. It's effective in reducing nasal symptoms. Many of us have taken ginger on board and use it for our stomach for digestion, but it also can be helpful for our nasal symptoms. Even curcumin, which is found in turmeric, can also help with seasonal allergies. So let's consider some nutrients, some nutritional supplements. Nutritional supplements. So many of you have nutritional supplements in your car, at work, in your cabinet, in your drawer, at home. They're all over the place. But there are several studies that are being done, and the research is showing the new beneficial treatments of seasonal allergies with nutritional supplements. So let's talk about vitamin D. Vitamin D is a vitamin and a hormone. Vitamin D is prevalent worldwide, right? Many of us have been taking vitamin D throughout this pandemic. It's widely recommended for inflammation to help support your immune system, right? It helps fight against inflammation. Vitamin D supplementation has a great effect on seasonal allergies, and there was a study that was done that showed that participants who took vitamin D reported a reduction in symptoms compared to those who did a placebo. There's different herbal remedies that have been seen in natural medicine for their anti-inflammatory properties. There was a study done in 2000 that showed how stinging nettle was reported to reduce seasonal allergy symptoms in 2/3 or more of the participants. So let's talk about some of these antioxidants. Quercetin. I love quercetin for allergies. My kid, my oldest son, Miles, shout out to Miles, has allergies, and I have him on quercetin that it's a chewable, and he does extremely well with them. He gets to itching. I'm like, where? And I call it the green. Where's the green tablet? Where's the green tablet? Take the green tablet. But the green tablet, believe it or not, has quercetin in it, and it has stinging nettles. Quercetin is a powerful antioxidant flavonoid found in brightly colored produce like berries and kale, which also can help reduce the production of the body's histamine. So when we're thinking about things we can do, think naturally. I know we go to some of the things that are now over the counter that previously was a prescription, but if we think about natural things, then things we can do in our home and things we can do around us that can help us with allergies, this is a major plus, a major benefit. So on today, I hope you take at least one of these or even more to help you as you go through this process of fighting the allergy symptoms and feeling better. I'm not saying that they will completely eliminate them, but I can say if we could reduce it to eliminate it, then we're going in the right direction. But as we say here on Thursdays at 12:30 with Dr. Tamika, I say as we know better, we do better, right? So as you know this, you can start to implement. Not that you have to, but you get to work on you. And by implementing just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of these, reducing your stress, keeping the pollen under control, reducing your other airborne irritants, eating antihistamine superfoods, also considering nutritional supplements. These are things you can do to help fight against the symptoms that can be so nagging and can lead to other problems in the future, as far as like sinusitis and getting headaches and so forth. So let's cut it off. Let's do the things we know to be proactive. If you're someone who has not had an allergy, share this video with someone you know who has allergies. If you're new to the allergy world, here's some tips. If you've been experiencing allergies throughout your life, here's some more information that you can implement or continue to do on a daily basis to help you feel better throughout the season. With that being said, I'll catch you next week, same time, same channel, 12:30 here on Instagram, here on Facebook, also on YouTube. Shout out, let me know how we're doing, if we need to talk about anything else. Next month, we're going into a little bit of hormones, a little bit of stress, and let's just continue to encourage one another. Have an amazing day. Talk with you soon. Bye. I just love doing this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Stay encouraged here on Facebook. Be uplifted in YouTube. Be encouraged on Instagram, whatever platform you're watching on. Take the information you received today, use it, share it. We do better when we share the information we have. Bye.